Welcome back to Pittsburgh Her. It's a podcast collaboration between Jagoff Media and Pittsburgh Magazine. Consider each episode just a really unique conversation that you've had with your friend, your sister, your cousin, any woman, companion who you've grown up with and want to have serious conversations with, and sometimes feels raw and awkward, but we do all that here. So we haven't seen each other in quite some time, so it's awesome to see everybody again. Typically, we go right into some kind of fun, casual conversation. We all come up with different topics, but not today because it is shower day. Shower day. La, 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 la. We have a jingle that I made up right now. I'm just kidding.
What is
it?
I'm
kidding. I'm totally kidding. But so many congratulations to Bria, DJ Femi.
Thank you. Thank you.
So exciting to see the great news that came out of, that's the good in social media, right? That we were able to see. It was your baby shower this weekend, so we found out that we could go with a certain color, Sarah.
Yes. All colors
are acceptable, right?
All colors are fine.
I also agree with that.
I took her cue that they were super stoked, and there was some pink there, so we just went with that.
Thank you.
There's other news that you'd like to break.
Yeah, I also got engaged.
Yay! Congrats!
Shout out to Wade, my fiance. You know, I don't have my ring on because we're getting it resized, but it comes back tomorrow, so I'm very excited to wear it. Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you
We're
so
excited
much.
because we get to celebrate you, but most importantly, it serves as a really good topic. And we've decided collectively, you weren't even a part of the show note discussion. Just FYI, I don't know if you noticed it. But we decided that we were going to do 2 episodes just because we think that there's just so much to unpack in terms of bridal showers and baby showers and etiquette and all those kinds of things.
So much. Oh my gosh, I'm learning.
I'm sure.
I'm learning.
Well, and it's crazy how things change. So essentially, since this is your shower, we thought the casual conversation topic would be, what is the latest milestone or big event that you attended, and what did you like about it for others? Because obviously we know what Bria's was. Yeah. It was her own. We want to hear about it.
That was going to be my answer.
And how was it? Let's start there.
It was great. It was great. It's just so overwhelming, you know, like walking into a room full of people who are all there for you. I mean, like, being a DJ, I'm used to that, but people are usually there like for the music, and it's like a little sideshow. They're like, "Oh, Femi too," you know. But this time it's like all eyes on you. Like we were waiting for you, and it's just like family, long distance family, and it's cool. I mean, it was just very overwhelming because I couldn't make it past like a certain half of the room at one point because everybody's just stopping me. Let me touch your belly. Let me see you. Let me. So I'm like,
look at Jocelyn's face.
You, if you really have to. But we got through it and it was cool. It was just an experience for sure. Okay. And the engagement was a complete surprise. So
I love that.
I had no idea about that. So it was also just a super overwhelming day. Like I'm still processing. Then I thought it was going to be a boy the entire pregnancy. So.
You did think it was.
Yes, I'm still like in my mind, I say he. So I'm like trying to shift the narrative in my mind to like she, which is just another thing that I'm like going through mentally. But, you know, it's going to be great.
It's going to be great. There you go.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Jocelyn, what's the latest big event you've attended?
I've attended my fellow's graduation from her 16 years of medical training.
Wow.
Which I think I am very happy, love baby showers. I have a lot of opinions on them though.
Yeah.
A lot of opinions on the milestones
why.
that we celebrate in women's lives.
I can see why.
And women do a lot of things that are not getting married and having babies that I think deserve celebrations and registries and you know, it shouldn't just be like weddings and babies and then your funeral. Like there's lots of other reasons that, you know, women should gather to celebrate milestones. I turn 40 next year. I plan to have a big party.
Yes.
So, I just like think that there's a lot of things like that. This, you know, you've achieved like prior to this,
Right.
And so anyway, that's sort of how I feel about it. Also, when you get into the part about who should attend baby showers, have a lot of opinions on that too.
Okay. All right.
Also same.
Christy, you tell us that because we have to get to the nitty gritty. So tell us, what is the most recent big event or milestone that you've attended?
Well, I was talking to you before the show about the golden quills.
Congratulations,
Thank
by
you.
the way. Yes.
See, we should celebrate.
We should celebrate.
Yeah. Well, it's, and like, it wasn't just like about me, but just being in that room. It's the Western Pennsylvania Press Association that gave out the awards. But I haven't been in that. Journalists are very kind of like squirrely, like we stay away from people when we don't, have to be doing stories. But it gave me a really good feeling of like, we want to tell good stories. We want to write. We want to say good things, and we want to like right wrongs and just like expose things. And like there was a lot of energy in that room, and it felt good to get like a little plaque like that has my name on it, which I've never had before, and it felt good. It just felt good. So
of course,
it felt.
Well,
great.
you're a great writer, so deservedly so. Yeah.
So that was a milestone.
Awesome, Sarah.
I went to my bestie's marriage wedding over Memorial Day weekend. It was their second marriage, and their ex gave the toast because it was the most beautiful wedding. They came to each other, they walked backwards to each other, being led by like close friends, and then the rabbi said when they met back to back, they turned around, and then the rabbi said, "Is this the person you intend to marry?" And they both had to say yes, like at the top of the wedding. And that was like at this patio, and then they went down to this garden, and they did this whole big ceremony, and they had like 7 people give blessings. It was so meaningful.
I love that.
It was so beautiful. So yeah, that was my last big event, and it's ruined me from weddings. I already told my children, not going to your wedding. Like, it's not going to get better than Brooks and Rachel. So sorry, friends.
I love that. Yeah. And your kids took it well, I'm sure.
They did. They were like, "Oh, we weren't going to have weddings anyway."
Well,
it's really falling out of vogue.
Yeah.
So.
They were fine.
And speaking of kids, I would say my biggest event was my second son's graduation. Which was exciting because
Congrats.
Thanks. I got to, it's great to, it's interesting is when you have multiple children because you just assume that it's the same, and then you're surprised each time that it's not. It's so different. Each kid is different, and the way they celebrate is different. But because I'm bingo card on the school board, I get to give my children their diplomas. And to me, that is like this rarity, and it doesn't hit you until you're up there like handing it. And like this, you just see all these faces that were so little, and now they're matured and here. So yeah, it was a great experience. There we go. All right. Well, since this is your shower, we love our Magnolia Bowl, but we're ignoring it. Like we can, it's all good. So as Jocelyn already referred,
I'm not trying to be a feminist killjoy.
This is the place for feminists.
All right, this is one place you can do that.
Bring it on.
And most of us would agree.
So today is all about Bria. Obviously, we want to know more about how you felt and things of that nature. But, we thought it was a good time, as Jocelyn said, to talk about etiquette and traditions. And we outlined like a couple of things. But if you guys are cool, I think, Jocelyn brings up some good points if you want to jump in, because I'd love to hear Bria's answer as well. Like, from terms of who's invited.
Her episode, but sure, fine. I have this opinion.
Do it.
Yes, I'm ready.
She's like, okay,
take
fully forward.
A ton of issue with women-only baby showers. I think they set parents up for failure.
Yes.
I think that they systematically exclude and excuse men from the trappings of parenthood. It's like a signal, I think, before the baby's even born, that like you are an afterthought or a babysitter or the secondary parent.
Yeah.
And I firmly believe that the men should be in the room with their friends as well.
Yeah.
And if there are gifts to be opened or like pleasantries to be exchanged, we'll get into all that. But like, I think they should be there. They should open the diaper packets and like all the stuff and learn what all the things are, like the gizmos. I just think it's like a way of being like, we are parents in this together.
Yeah.
And I do not like when men are excluded from baby showers. I feel very strongly about it.
I actually agree with that.
Okay.
Like, wholeheartedly. I did
Is
not
that
want,
how was your shower set up?
just like we had a boy-girl thing,
Love that.
Yeah,
That's what my
I
siblings
wanted
did
that
too.
to be a thing. Like, we did not want it to be just girls. I didn't want it to be just girls because I don't even have enough girlfriends for all that. But I feel like it would have just made him feel not included.
Right.
And that would
men
have.
do feel left out.
Yeah, they do. And he didn't want to be left out. I understand if you're doing this by yourself, and that's one thing, and you maybe don't have that big of a support system. But like, when you do, like, take full advantage of everybody who's there to support. Your guy has friends too. The partner has friends. The father or whoever your partner is, like they have friends too, and they want to be a part of it. So it was really nice to see everybody come together to support us as a couple. It wasn't just about me; it was about him too, which is rare.
Yeah, right. I love that.
And I think,
I agree.
I don't know. I mean, I say this a lot, but I think it's one of those, it's generational again, because that's how it was always done. So I don't know that it was taboo to have men. I think no one thought, it sounds like an excuse.
To people, I
It didn't occur to people.
Interesting.
Right. This is how we've always done it. So, because it's funny hearing you say that. My shower was very much that. All women, you did the thing. My mom hated games, so we didn't have games, and you got your gifts and you were done. Yeah. And that's all you knew. So it was like, oh, that's what you do. But I remember thinking, my husband had a very good friend who he was like, could you invite his wife? And it was like, oh, I guess. But wouldn't it have just been easier to just have all of them?
Right.
Like, it wasn't like, hello. So interesting to see how that's transpired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother and my sister both had co-ed baby showers when their respective spouses were pregnant.
Okay.
And it was just a good time. Like it was a great party. And like men and women there talking about like parenthood, giving advice, and just set like this even playing field from the beginning.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
What about touching the belly? Are you a fan, not fan? Yeah.
I am not really a fan of it. But like if you're like really close to me, like we're friends and you're okay, like I understand. Yeah. But like if you're a stranger or no, just no.
People used
that's
to
just
touch
weird.
my belly like on the subway in New York.
Right.
Truly.
Yeah,
And
no.
I remember just being like,
the audacity.
no,
it happened.
I mean, and they would when
body.
we had the baby then too. They would like, you have them in like the little carrier, and people would like come up and touch the baby's like face, and you were like, I remember when Ryan had him one time. It was like, no, man, like you can't touch.
Yeah.
We're on the New York City subway. Please don't touch anyone's face, let alone a fresh human's face attached to me. So I don't understand the stranger belly touching
either.
I'm gonna start going up to men with big bellies and just touching their belly.
Right. It's
like,
so
can I
strange.
touch your belly?
Can I touch your belly?
Can you imagine?
Anybody at that point.
That is so, it's so true.
I don't think anyone did. You see it, cute bellies, I guess, are more attractive or something.
I mean,
but
like your belly is so cute.
Beastly, and everyone
I don't
was just
understand
like
it.
running
I never
away
did
from
that to people.
So I feel like I exude that anyway.
I never did that to people. Like,
I would never do it.
Like pregnant people around me. Like I've never done that. So I don't know what the lore is for that. But it is very strange. And then I'm like, I don't know what kind of energy you guys got that you're trying to give. Energy's transferable. I'm cool.
I'm cool. I don't need that.
Yeah, like when you're walking a dog and like somebody just comes up to the dog instead of you as the human, like I'm the human, ask me first.
Sure.
I feel like it's the same thing. And I have 5 dogs, so I'm cautious of that too. Yeah. So I feel like it's just the same with the baby. Like people just don't have this like this.
And people with dogs, they'll come up and be like, may I pet your dog? You have 5 dogs, so maybe not all the time.
Not all the time.
But still, I don't know what gives people, they feel entitled to touch pregnant women.
It's just strange.
It makes me mad.
Yeah, it's not okay.
Don't do it.
Let's just not touch anybody.
Yeah.
Unless you're invited.
The COVID
It's okay to say you look great.
Yeah.
From over there.
Great.
Or get up and let them sit in your seat.
I asked you though. I was like,
but you're like,
because I wanted to like make sure you were good, like as an, like.
But you're like a friend, and you ask permission, and you were coming in with good energy.
Exactly.
Like, I gotta give
I blessed it. I was like, that thing,
Yeah, I've had people come straight off stage and like try to, and they're like drunk and all types of things, and I'm like, stay away from me.
Upset.
Yeah, no.
I'm upset.
Your situation was different. I was okay with that.
Interesting topic in the sense that there were men who were complaining about, I know this is, I'm looking at you because this is we've had this conversation multiple. It tends to be my voice of reason, as you know, that's why we're strategically next to each other. But men habitually have said, you know, in terms of how the gender reveal parties go. Reveal parties.
That's my hill to die on.
go
But
ahead.
yeah, I mean, it is a sex reveal party. We don't know the gender until that human has words to say, "This is my gender."
My brother and sister had a chromosome reveal party.
Yes, I love
Where they
it.
put the two X's in pepperoni on pizza, and they were like, "We're having an XX
I support
child."
that.
That's very creative. I
That is
do
my
love that.
favorite
Yeah.
thing. I love that.
It was
so
great.
much.
And pizza at the end too.
And pizza. And pizza.
And that was it. That's all we did.
I
They're
love
like,
that.
these are the chromosomes. That's all we know.
That's all we know. We'll wait until they have
good times.
words.
How about that?
And they'll tell us. My Insta feed though is littered with these reveal parties. I think because they hear me being mad about them, so they're like,
course.
"Let me show you these other cute ones. Maybe we'll change your mind." And I'm like, "No." And so now I see all these ones where both there's men and women who are disappointed at the gender.
Yeah.
Yes.
So oftentimes it's like when they have three girls and they're like, quote, going for a boy. It's like, no, maybe they're just having a fourth child and like they,
Right.
you know,
Right.
and it'll, you know, they'll do the confetti cannon or whatever and it'll be pink again. And inevitably one of the parents is like, no.
Right.
And look, I am a little like, if that is a problem for you, I don't want to like make people feel badly. If you have like a visceral reaction to like you were really hoping for one thing, but like, dude, you don't know how it's going to turn out anyway.
Right.
So it like
Correct.
whatever.
Not.
Yeah.
Correct.
You don't know. But there is this whole like movement of like normalizing gender disappointment, and I'm all set with that. I don't feel like we need to normalize that. I feel like we can just celebrate life and
I feel like if
That's what
you're
it should be.
gonna decide you're gonna have a kid, you have to be willing to accept whatever you get.
that's right.
There's a preparation.
absolutely.
That is
Agree.
the deal.
I agree.
Yeah.
Look at us solving all these things. I mean, next baby shower, we're in. I'll be like, not unless my husband's invited.
There you go.
That's going to be
Is
my
there
RSVP.
pizza?
What if you were that fourth kid and you're watching the video of your parents being totally
Right?
disappointed?
That's right.
Right.
That
Totally.
Look at you, the voice of reason. That is.
I mean, I was the firstborn.
Yes.
Yeah, same. Right.
Yeah.
Same.
I mean, my kids tell Alexander all the time that they wanted a baby sister, and I'm like, guys, and they're like, I mean,
From
we're
sibling
happy,
wisdom.
we're happy you're here. But it's like,
Oh yeah, my
they're like, we really wanted a girl. I'm like, sorry.
agree.
There was an article, God, I can't cite it though, where it came from, but it was in my Instagram feed this week that for like the first time in US history, people are preferring to be pregnant with girls than
Oh,
boys,
good.
which is wild. I know. I have to find the source. But
Did they say why?
came for a variety of reasons. I mostly scrolled past, but it came up a couple times from a few different news outlets. So I was like, this is interesting.
I will say
I'll
when
report
we
back.
Give us the
found
link. We'll
out,
put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when we found out our third was a boy, so many people apologized. So many people were like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and I was like, "I don't know what to do with that."
Yeah.
It was very strange. So also, pro tip: don't say that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
even if you feel it.
Also, as like an OBGYN, I would just like to say any child that is born with all of its parts
Yes.
intact and healthy
Yes.
is a miracle.
I was
So we
like, look
can
at all
hope for
these
it.
good
That's
chromosomes.
all we can
hope for.
There's 2 X's and
give me the
a whole
healthy
bunch of
baby,
other
I'm
ones
cool.
that are
Yeah.
killing it.
That's it.
I mean, there's a
Happy,
lot
healthy.
that can go wrong. If you get one that's like in
Yes.
one piece, you should be
Mission accomplished.
pretty happy about it.
So
I don't know.
happy.
All right, so we move along to, this was a good conversation, but we got to move on to women shout outs and people who, you know, we were maybe engaging with this week that really resonated, or actually we haven't seen each other in a month. So Christy, again, you tend to bring so much knowledge because you do a lot of research through the stories that you write, and you most recently wrote something.
I wrote about, it used to be called Beverly's Birthdays, where they would throw birthday
yes.
parties for kids who didn't have them. But it has grown so much in the last however many years that it is now Beverly's Pittsburgh. And so they do the birthdays and they do throughout the child's life, but they also have Beverly's like babies department, and they also
Love
have
that.
I've been to a few of their baby showers.
So amazing.
Yeah, they're
and
great
they have
program.
a mobile unit that's name is Babs, Babies in the Burg, and it just goes around to different places in Allegheny and Westmoreland County. I should have written this all down. It's in my story.
Go to Pittsburgh Magazine.
And they go to like underserved areas, and it's free.
Yeah.
Wow.
You have to. All you have to have is a cell phone that accepts calls.
Yep.
And then you get there's limits to what you could have, but it's free, and they will help you. And there's such a wonderful.
That's so nice.
Supportive for women, and not just the free formula, but they have lactation consultant on board. So if you had trouble breastfeeding like I did, and I didn't know I was going to, I thought with these Mama Jammers, I would just be like, psh, but that was not the case. And I panicked. So Beverly's.
That's awesome.
They have so many resources there just available in general. Yeah.
Tons.
That's great.
Who was Beverly, if I may ask?
She was a little girl that Meg met at an event, and they were talking about birthdays, and she said she had never had one. She had never even had a cake.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it happens a lot. And so
Wow.
they've been supporting kids for forever. So it's a wonderful organization. Beverly's Pittsburgh.
Awesome shout out, but here's my favorite shout out that we got to see through social media that Jocelyn was with too, ridiculously amazing.
Yes.
I love that we get to follow some of the things that you do, because I was like, oh, hello, Nancy Pelosi and Michelle Obama.
Right.
Well, actually, the woman in the picture, it was Nancy Pelosi and a woman named Sharon Malone who wrote this amazing book about menopause called Grown Women Talk. But she is very good friends with Michelle Obama.
Okay.
And was on her podcast this week.
Oh.
Her husband actually was Obama's attorney general, Eric Holder.
Oh, yeah.
Him, but she's married to him, so they're very DC-ish, and she's on Oprah all the time. She's the menopause guru to Michelle Obama and Oprah.
Nice.
So that's who the picture is with.
Tell
It
us
was
her
her
name
and
again.
Nancy Pelosi. Sharon Malone is her name.
Sharon
If you type
Malone.
in menopause, she comes up
she
right
comes
away.
right up. She's always, she's on Oprah's menopause special. She's, anyway. And so she talks, I'm very honored that I keep her company even a little bit, obviously, but she called me on the phone a couple weeks ago because she gave the keynote talk at sort of the American College of OBGYNs. Anyway, and she wanted to talk to me about the issue that I've been in DC a lot lately working on, which I don't want to harp too much on this podcast, but suffice it to say that there are some laws in this country that decide how doctors make money based on what procedures they do and what medical problems they care for. And women's problems pay a lot less money than men's problems, particularly around when you compare urology to gynecology. And that's what I do my research on. So if you have a uterus or a vagina and you walk into a hospital, you are worth less money than a man with a problem with his penis or his testicles. And you can show it with math and data, which is what my research is on. So we've been going TC. I was just, before we got on this podcast, I'm so sorry I was a little late, because I was on a call with a representative from Congress, and they were trying to make a bill amendment to basically because it already is actually unconstitutional to build gender discrimination like that into a governmental entity that pays doctors and pays for women's health care. So we're trying to get a congressperson to sponsor the bill. So that's why
What's your excuse for being late?
I wasn't late today.
But we'll see. It's actually very interesting. We were talking to it's a very bipartisan thing, a Republican congressperson's office actually from Arizona, and there's Democrats that are interested, and it's a cool thing. But I'm trying to fix it because it's a really big problem. And it happens in obstetrics as well. The reimbursement for OB is so bad in this country that's why there really are no rural labor and delivery locations. You really can't deliver your babies outside of cities in the US anymore because they lose money for the hospital to provide obstetric care. So if you don't, that doesn't make any sense based on the volume and the complexity of what needs to happen. If it was men getting their knees replaced, it would be worth $1 bajillion, but it's baked into the coding system that Medicaid and Medicare came up with in the 90s, and we've never been able to change it because they basically locked it into place.
Wow.
So we got to fix it so that women don't die. So not great, but that's why I was there. And then Nancy Pelosi came to our little after party thing.
That's all.
It was cool.
That's all.
I was glad Christy was here.
I was very much fangirling. She was wearing some very cool, she doesn't wear heels anymore.
Oh, gotcha.
But she was wearing these cool designer sneakers and looked very cool. So Very sharp
Listen,
lady.
I'm sure stories like that are intriguing to all of you because our ears are completely perked. We love having these kinds of conversations with each other, and we encourage you to add to our discussion with fresh and new conversation pieces. Our podcast is live on Pittsburgh Magazine's website as well as Jagoff, and wherever you get audio podcasts, check it out. Sarah knows someone who looked at it on YouTube, so
I do.
we're hoping
That's
that
awesome.
that you continue to check us out, give us your feedback, and we want to hear from you. Thanks for joining us.
See you next Tuesday.